Okay, so good morning, welcome to day 11. As you know, this is part of the reason we're out here is it's my 30th, so Charlotte saved up for months and months and months to pay for us to come out here, so today's the day. But if turning 30 means waking up and having that view, then I'll turn 30 every day, I think. Look at that. So again, thanks to Charlotte for saving up for this trip. We've had an absolute blast. Today we're off to Ellis Island, not Ellis Island, we was at Ellis Island yesterday. We're off to Sam's Town today. Just a new resort off Strip that we've not done before, so we thought we'd give that a try. And then we're going to the Bellagio tonight for dinner before we fly home tomorrow. So we're still in a little bit of cloud nine from last night. So hopefully our luck continues today. There it is, guys, that one, the far left one. That was the one last night. We can't go again, can we? Okay guys, so as part of our booking with British Airways, we got a free breakfast with Excalibur at the buffet, so I thought I'd just show you around. I'll be honest, I've not been that impressed. This is the Latin section, so they've got all your fillings for your tacos and stuff here. Got some peppers and onions, cilantro rice, and some fish there. This is your Asian station here, this is all cold stuff. And it moves on to the hot stuff here. I'll be honest, I actually had a plate of this Chinese stuff. I know it's the morning, but it was probably the best stuff I think they had. They have got an omelette station here that was absolutely packed. So I didn't really bother with that. And they have since brought out some turkey, which looks good, but it wasn't there when I was eating, so I didn't get to try that. I think we're probably starting to move on to the brunch stuff, because a lot of this stuff wasn't actually out when I was eating originally. Sorry. Got some bacon now, sausages, some corned beef hash, pancakes. I've had enough of them for this week. French toast. And we've got, and this is your salad station. I'll be honest, as I said, I weren't really overwhelmed. Got some yogurts here, more salad stuff. The dessert station's over there. It's quite standard fare. I'm not going to bother taking you around there. It's your typical pies, cheesecakes. It has got a whippy ice cream machine, so we actually had a little bit of that each. We haven't eaten too much because we've got a big meal tonight, but you know what, this was free, so you can't really complain. But if I'd have paid $20 odd, I would think I would have been a little bit disappointed. I think you get better buffets on Fremont for a lot less. Like for Main Street, for example, is a lot better than this, and it was literally, I think, half the price. But so we got this free from British Airways, so I can't complain. Anyway, we're about to head to Sam's Town, so we'll see you there. Okay, so we've made it to Sam's Town, and this is the main square in the middle. How amazing is this? Just take you through and show you a little bit. Got all little areas about. It's just unbelievable the work they put into these casinos. And I think they have like shows with lights and stuff. And all these windows are actually hotel rooms. You can get rooms that look in onto this. There's a bar there as well. We've just had a bit of news from back home about our move, or apparent not move anymore. So we might need a drink in a minute. And look at that. Look at the bear, Charlotte. Oh yeah. That's really impressive. Really clever. Really, really clever. So we're going to have a little look around here, have a little gamble, see if our luck can continue from last night, and we'll show you what we find. So Charlotte's decided to take me bowling for my birthday. So this was $14 for both of us. Alright, nice, okay. So we'll have a little game of bowling, and then we'll probably go have a gamble after this. Go on then. Looks dodgy, that. Ooh. Doesn't matter. You've still won. There you go. You wouldn't let the birthday boy win. No. Well played. You only won by 5 in the end. He's kicking my ass at one point. So after the bowling, look where she's dragging me. Bingo. Love a bit of bingo. So that was Sam's Town. We've only been here for a couple of hours, but really good place. We said when we come back, if we can get a good deal, we'd even spend the night here. There's loads there. There's a cinema, they've got the bowling alley obviously, massive casino, restaurants, they've got the Mystic Falls thing. Really good place, thoroughly recommend it. It's only $10 to get here from the strip. So I'm sure, yeah, we'll definitely be back. Okay, so good evening. Last night tonight. We're booked in at, is it called the Cirque? Le Cirque, Bellagio, which is rated one of the highest ranked restaurants on the strip. So Charlotte's booked that for my birthday, which is very sweet of her. Obviously it's even sweeter now because
I haven't got paid for it.
Yeah, she ain't got to pay for it anymore. So yeah. So we ain't done much gambling today. We done a bit of Sam's Town, didn't we? Not an awful lot, but there was a lot of security about, so I didn't really want to start filming and get my wrist slapped in there. But Sam's Town was a good little place. We'll talk about it more in our review later. But anyway, we're off to Bellagio, so for a nice meal and a bit more gambling. So if you can, wish us a little bit more luck and see if we can pay for this meal. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Cheers for all your comments on yesterday's video. I've been trying to keep up as much as possible, replying and stuff, but they've been coming through in their hundreds. So thank you very much. It's very sweet of all of you. And we'll catch up again later this evening. Speak to you then. So we've just finished at the Cirque, and then we'll give you our full rundown later on this evening, but it was absolutely superb. Like, words can't even describe how good it was. And just check out the Conservatory at Bellagio. It's finally finished with all the Christmas decorations. Just the amount of work they put into this is incredible. And towards the back you've got the polar bears And then the massive Christmas tree in the middle.
Train's so going round.
There's a little train at the bottom. It's a Coca-Cola train, look. And a massive Christmas tree in the middle there. I just said to Charlotte I weren't feeling very Christmassy. Whereas with both of our birthdays and we've been out here. But seeing this now, it really does make you feel Christmassy. It's absolutely brilliant. So I just thought I'd quickly show you a bit more. You've got the polar bears there, which are actually Coca-Cola polar bears. I don't know if you can see it, there's a little screen now. And what that does is there's a camera on the front of the train, which is just going past there. And that camera is like a real live feed of the train going round, so you can go and wave from the other side. And back here, you've got the horse and carriage, and then the castle over there. It is, for the Nutcracker, absolutely amazing. So as I said, that meal was really something else, absolutely something else. So we're going to take a slow walk back down the strip for the last time, taking the lights and the sights. We've got a couple of little bits of shopping to get for presents, so we're going to do that en route home, and then we have one last gamble. I think we're going to go to Park. We've really enjoyed Park this trip. We're going to go there. We don't expect any luck. Not, you know, we've had all the luck we could ever wish for this holiday. So whatever tonight, we're just going to enjoy ourselves. And then we'll probably better think about heading to bed a little bit lively. Oh, sorry, just going to get run over. So our flight's pretty early tomorrow. So anyway, onto the Park. We've made our way back to Park, and we're doing what we started the holiday doing. Have a little game of roulette. We're on the Jack and Cokes tonight, though. No Bucks Fizz or mimosas, as we've come to call them. But a couple of numbers, so we're a little bit up. Let's hope it continues. So we leave the Park for the last time. We're trying to get a bit of slot action for you, but with no luck. Literally spun through 50, 60. Nothing really. So anyway, we move on. I'm not sure if we're going to stop at New York or if we're heading straight back to Excalibur. But we'll try and give you a little bit of action for today. We know we've not had a lot so far. So this will be not the very last time, but the last time this trip we get to see this view. And this is why I love the South Strip. I just love this corner. How it's all lit up at night. And you swing round to the castle. And obviously you've got Mandalay Bay at the back. Just, I never tire of that, never. But we're back in March, so we'll see it then anyway. Okay, so back home in Excalibur. I've just visited the M Life desk, and we've managed to get 2 nights of the resort credit refunded back because of the amount we've played and spent on M Life. So that was very, very good. And we've also just had my $20 free play added to our M Life card, so I'm very happy about that. So we're going to see if we can win anything here. It's only 30 cents a bet. Look, you know us, we're not changing the habit of a lifetime now. What's going on?
It's not using it.
Oh, it's not using it. Okay, hang on. Well, we're trying to use it. So we're back at Excalibur. I've noticed that there hasn't been a big price winner in the last 30 races. So I'm giving it 10's worth to see if we can get a big price in. So this is a 71 to 1 shot. Let's see how we do. So we're on the 3. So we're at 4th at the minute. We're going backwards. So that's number 6. So that's a 4 to 1 winner. Want to keep going for the higher prices anyway. And on my last bet, just like that, 50 4 to 1 winner. Lovely. I'll tell you what, it's a funny old game, that Fortune Cup. Some days you can sit there, burn through 50 in a matter of minutes. Other days you can sit there for hours and come out level. And today I sat there for 10 and come up 60. Charlotte's on the blackjack, so I better go and rescue her, I think. So we spent the last couple of hours doing a bit of blackjack. Charlotte's come out level. I've come out 50 down. But I say I won that 50 on the Fortune Cup anyway. And I was betting higher stakes than what I should have been. But you know what? It was all good fun. So we're just having a little spin before we go up to bed. So if we do hit a bonus again, as always, we'll let you know. So we've got the bonus. I'm going to spin the wheel. A progressive would be nice, Charlotte. Not that we're asking much after last night. So they're the jackpots. We've got the minor, the major and the ultra. So the ultra is 823. Let's have a look. What we got? The major? 47. That'll do. All day long we'll take that. Superb. So we've had our eye on this all holiday, but it's been such a high amount, we've not really been in our budget. But we've put in 20 each tonight, we've made it up to 60. So do you know what, we're going to have a little go. So it's 90 cent a press, so we're playing with their money now. And if we hit the bonus on this, we'll let you know. So we need 6 chips or more, so it's a bit of a big ask. Okay, so good evening for the last time for a while.
Well, not really.
Well, not that long actually. No, we were flying off to Lanzarote in just over a week. So yeah, look, so great day again today. Sam's Town was really good. Really interesting little place. They've got loads of little fun things there. Like they've got the like the bowling that we did, which was a good way to kill half an hour.
Bingo.
Bingo, which we bottled. We went in there and it was full of old people. I was the youngest in there by about 50 years, so we thought, you know what, maybe this isn't for us. They've got like movie theatre, little arcade. It's a bit of a way off strip, but it's only like $10 in an Uber. So yeah, it's good. I mean, the main reason I wanted to go, so I'm quite a big Killers fan, and that was the name of their second album, obviously after Sam's Town. So Charlotte thought it'd be good to. What are you questioning?
His first album.
No, his first album's Hot Fuss. It's their second album. So yeah, Charlotte's idea to take me there for my birthday, so it's really good. But the star of today was the meal at Bellagio at Le Cirque. It was phenomenal. Not good enough to describe it.
It was amazing.
Oh, like I'm not normally one for this a la carte eating, you know, fancy Dan stuff. But do you know what? That was just incredible. That was
milkshakes leaking everywhere.
Last milkshake for a while. It was absolutely incredible. The service in there was probably the best service I've ever received. They made you feel like you was the most important person that's ever walked through that door. It was amazing, absolutely incredible. And the food, although it's not stuff I would normally go for. So I had steak tartare and then like a rabbit main. You had
lobster and avocado salad.
Yeah.
And then it was like their speciality, which was like potato crusted sea bass.
Yeah.
Right, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
But it was such a nice occasion. We had a table overlooking the fountain, so every half an hour you had the fountain show. It was done out amazing in there. It's such a nice venue. So if it's a special occasion and you're not overly worried about price, I would recommend it. So for us, we went for the pre-theatre menu or whatever, the prefixy menu, whatever it's called. Yeah. That was $108 per head. Now, in that menu, there is some stuff with supplements. So if you start going for like steak and stuff, it is another like $100 odd or something silly. But for us, we just stuck to that. We didn't have any supplements. You had a glass of wine, I had a beer. And I think the total was, including tax and a $50 tip, was $320. Yeah. But you know what? It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It was brilliant.
We had a guy looking after us, and I wish I'd have asked for his name.
Yeah.
Because he was brilliant, but he said he'd been there for 21 years.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been there, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But he just couldn't do enough. Like every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He was over, like talking to us about the restaurant, talking to us about the food, talking to Laurie about his birthday, and Laurie wanted a beer rather than a wine, and they don't actually do beer on the menu. Yeah. So he was like, whatever we can do, we'll do it. So he went and got him a beer.
Yeah, this.
He said, like, once you've done all your eating your food, like, let me get pictures of you looking out to the fountains and like looking into the restaurant. So he did that. What else did he do? Well, he said about, are you here tomorrow? And we said, oh no, we're leaving. And he said, well, okay, but is there anything else that we can do to make your birthday even more special? It was just like incredible. It's incredible.
It was amazing service. He was friendly, and like sociable without being intrusive. I think there's a very fine line of someone being too imposing and just enough interactivity, sorry, and he had it spot on. And they, to be fair, they all did. Everyone in there was brilliant. The food was great. I say it's not the normal stuff we go for, but what a meal. So brilliant. And it is even better that, say, we used the money from last night to pay for it. And we had a bit more of a result in that I thought I'd be a bit cheeky and check in with the M Life desk and see if there's anything they could do with the amount we've gambled and spent at M Life Resorts this holiday. And they refunded 2 nights of our resort fee, so that's basically $70 off of our room bill. So we've got to hand over a few £100 tomorrow at reception, but they've taken off $70 for that, which wasn't expecting. So what I said to Charlotte is basically that means the meal tonight's only cost us $250 rather than $320. So yeah, all said and done, thoroughly enjoyed it. Gambling wise tonight, no massive towels like yesterday. That was never going to be able to live up to that again. To be honest, we haven't even gambled that much today, really, have we? Like, we haven't gone overboard. We didn't do too much at Sam's Town. We just had a little potter about and
just played bowling.
Played bowling, and we watched the Mystical Falls show, whatever it's called. And then back here, we didn't gamble before we ate. We just had a little bit of a gamble after. No luck in park. We've done a little bit of roulette. I think I ended up level or down a little bit. I think you ended up level, but anyway, nothing to shout about. And then back at Excalibur, we had one decent bonus. I had a decent hit on Fortune Cup. What it was, I was checking the screen and there was no big prices for like 30 odd races. So I thought, oh okay, let's sit down, give it $10 worth, just back the outsider of the field in each one. And a 54 to 1 came in, so that basically paid for my blackjack stake. With blackjack, I was up and down. I think I was sitting at $30 and I was just getting a bit bored with it. The table wasn't great. The dealers were a bit robotic. So I've just put $30 on one hand and lost it. So I was like, okay, whatever. One thing I would say is I really appreciate Ellis Island's dealers after tonight. So he's probably playing blackjack for what, a couple of hours? Yeah. Maybe an hour and a half. But it was nowhere near as enjoyable here as what it was at Ellis Island. Ellis Island dealers, we must have had 3 or 4 different ones in the time we was playing. It was all good fun. Like talking to you, like wishing you luck, just, you know, just a bit of fun.
Having a bit of banter with you as well, which is quite nice.
But here, it was like you was playing a machine. And that for me was a little bit like, what's the point? I might as well sit at a slot, or I might as well, you know, play blackjack against a computer rather than a human. But whatever, it was still good fun, you know, whatever. No complaints. So you ended up slightly up on blackjack, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Or level?
Mm-hmm.
Level. So I was 50 down from the money from Fortune Cup. Charlotte was level. We had a little gamble. We put in 20 each. Charlotte hit that bonus on the red hot stuff, whatever it's called. Which
my dad will know very well. But that's all I'm saying.
Why would you?
So when he sees this, he'll know what I'm talking about.
But no one else will.
No,
but anyway, so we took that money onto 007 because we've not really played that this week. From what I hear, it's one of them games where you have to stake a fair bit to get anywhere. So we're doing 90 a press, which is the highest we've done all week. We gave it $60 worth. We didn't hit anything. You need 6 chips to start the bonus. The most we got was 5. But you know what? Just doesn't matter at all. So we've just literally counted up our money. I'm going home with, I think, did I say 200 less or 300 less? 300. 300 less than what I came out here with. And that's lock, stock, everything. Presents, shopping, food, drink, gambling, everything. So that for me is mind blowing. And this one,
I'm going out. I'm going home with 450 more than what I came out with. So
that's just incredible. So do you know what? We are so fortunate and so lucky.
Yeah.
That we've hit that. And you know, a lot of people online, and thanks for all your comments.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
It's been really good reading it. Like it's really sweet of everyone to comment, but I'm trying to keep up with it. And I'll make an effort when we're at the airport tomorrow to really try and reply to everyone. But do you know what? Like, I know how fortunate we are. This doesn't happen every day.
not at all.
That is a once in a lifetime thing. We know we'll never do that again, and you know, we just try to enjoy that moment as much as we could yesterday, and we know it's, you know, it's one of them things. We're never going to do it again, but it was just an amazing moment.
I was about to say, like, I think for me as well, like, obviously I've paid for Laurie to come out here for his 30th birthday, and for some who know, he's done a lot for me over the years, and this was kind of my way of saying thank you to him and giving him a good birthday. And I'm just really grateful that we hit that yesterday, because I think it just topped it off. It
did top it off. I mean, we had a bit of bad news today in regards to our property move back home, but that's taken no shine off of today or off of the holiday whatsoever.
We'll deal with that when we get back.
We'll worry about that when we're home. Like, this has just been fantastic. So thank you to you for doing this, because there's not many people that I know that would have done it. And also, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I know in your previous job it wasn't paid where it allowed you to save a lot, and I know it's taken a lot of hard work for you to do it, so thank you. I'm speechless. I've just had the most incredible holiday, and it's all down to this one here, so thank you.
As he now knows, he's got 4 years to
I've got
start saving.
4 years to start planning for your 30th, but I don't know how I'm going to top this, because it's just been the most incredible 12 days. If you've
2 weeks,
well, we could try and do 2 weeks. But anyway, we're out in Lanzarote in just over a week for Christmas. So if you want to see what we get up to out there, stick around. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll see Neil
and Leanne.
Yeah, we'll see Neil and Leanne out there. And otherwise, if you're purely Vegas related, we're back out here in March. So just over 3 months, we're back. I can't promise it will be anything like this trip, but we'll do our best to make it entertaining. So if you've watched this far, again, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All your comments and stuff, we really appreciate it. As I say, we do this so that in years to come, when we're old and grey, greyer, we can look back and, you know, just reminisce about what we used to get up to and stuff. And we use it to show people back home what we're up to. So the fact that other people like this and enjoy watching it, then that's great. So thank you to everyone. But apart from us travelling home tomorrow, that's pretty much it. So I don't think we're going to film that. There's no point.
I don't want to go home.
No, nor do I. But look, we've only got a week and then we're off again, so it could be a lot worse. And we've had the most amazing week, 12 days. So do you know what? Yeah. All good things have to come to an end. So once again, thanks from us. Cheers for watching for this long. I know these vlogs have gone on a lot longer than what I thought they would. They're normally like 5 minutes and they're going on for half an hour and stuff. So if you've watched it start to finish, you've done well. So thank you. And we'll see you all very soon.
And don't forget, keep your questions coming.
Oh yes, we'll do our Q&A. I don't know. We'll try and, we're quite busy this week, but we'll try and fit it in on Sunday, I think. If we can do it Sunday, we'll do it then. So thanks for your questions. I know they're creeping up, so we'll try and...
Yeah, keep them coming and we'll try and do
it on Sunday.
Yeah, try and answer all of them.
So anyway, we're going to sign off. We've got the last bit of packing to do, and we'll try and grab some sleep, and Charlotte's going to finish her milkshake. So thanks once again, and we'll see you all soon. Take care and have an amazing Christmas. All the best. See ya.